Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. Today, I have an absolute masterpiece for you. And I'm not joking. The funny thing about it is, it's not mine. It's belonging to somebody else. And it was done in the Emil. I was in this match, so I had front row seat as artillery to watch the masterpiece unfold. And this is every bit as good as I say it is, and then better on top of it than what I say. It's unbelievable. And I think that's really the best thing to say about it. So please be sure to leave a like for this video. Please consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed, because this is the kind of stuff I do. I make videos of excellence. And brother, this thing is excellent no matter how you slice it. I make videos every day. Now, I don't always have subjects as magnificent as this one, but you take what you can get. But I do these daily, and when the games show up, I post them. It's just that simple. This one had multiple top-class performances, which is how we won the game. It was just crazy. You'll see it yourself. And we're going to see this from the perspective of the Emil, because the Emil is the one who's doing the business. Or, he's the lead guy in context. So, now it's time to get to the action, because this is where it gets good. Welcome to Sand River. Okay, let's find the Emil, shall we? Not you. Where's the Emil at? I don't know. It should be... There we go. This is the star. Oh, now this is a tier 10 match. With 1, 2, 3 tier 10s on each side. 2 artilleries. I'm one of them. I'm in the equalizer, which is at the very bottom of the list. And there's another tier 10 Frenchie, the BC 155-55. So 2 artilleries. We have the Kronwagen. That is our lead tier 10 heavy tank. And our lead tier 8 heavy tank is the Emil. So this is Sand River. This is the harder side to play on because of the glare. So the job being done from this perspective here, that glare is just a monster. But what happens, as you see, there's a big group of guys right here. Echo 7. And I was pounding on the tanks in that depression in the beginning of the map. And it was a relentless pounding. That's me, just ripping them. Now, the only problem I had is that as a tier 8 equalizer, I just don't have the firepower to finish off tier 10s very easily. It's quite difficult. But, man, I did so much damage. And in fact, at the end of the game, you'll see that I finish higher on the board than the tier 10. Because my job is much more difficult as a tier 8 artillery. Let's see if we can get to this guy inside the... not the tortoise. Right, these guys here. This is me pounding on those tanks right there. That is the Type 4 Heavy. Our Skoda just got hammered. But that's me pounding the Type 4 Heavy that you see. And I pounded all three of those tanks. The Type 4 Heavy is now, I think, he's got one more guy behind him. I believe it's the Machine. Where are my guys? There's the Emil. Yeah, those guys are all gone. So the action was early on. Oh, there they are in the depression. Now those two heavy tanks are still there. You can, well, the Emil, okay, he's actually looking at those guys below him. That's probably the Andre the Giant. That's the E100 Project Citadel, and that's, yeah, that's me. No, that's the tier 10 right there. I'm shooting from the other side. I mean, these guys were getting pounded by an orchestration in concert by the Emil, both artilleries, and everybody else who gets a shot. So those guys were just getting it, and getting it, and getting it, and getting it. And it wasn't good for them. But they hung in there. This was like two really good teams. You'll see that. This goes down right to the wire. You know, between a match between two really good teams with really good players, and it's one of those cases where a really good team is going to end up losing a game, or as I like to say, someone's going to have to finish second. It's not that you're really a loser, because both teams played so well. I mean, we were up 11-8. They could have collapsed and given up, but that's not what they did. But our top 4 or 5 guys were just the best. Unfortunately, we lost 2. Now they're right back in the game. They are, you know, we are +1. We have one more guy than them. So anytime you're +1 or -1, you are in the game. Now, one of the things you haven't seen is our Kronwagen. That guy's been doing great. Where is he at? Kronwagen. He's only killed 1. Oh, yeah. Don't worry. He gets better. There's Andre the Giant. That's a heck of a tank, man, I'm telling you. That's a Carnarvon. Emil's killed 1. You know, in fact, it doesn't really look like we're doing that great. I mean, but now it's dead even. And this is where it really gets down. You know, you've separated the players big time. You know, players have given whatever contribution they could, and 6-6. You basically have the top players left on the team. I just got killed right there by Andre the Giant. Now we're down to 4 dudes. Luckily for us, you know, It's the right 4. That should be the French artillery. It is. Killer shot. I mean, if you look at it, we got a 10, an 8, and a 9. They have 2 10s, 2 9s, and 2 8s. 3 to 6. So we were up 3 at one point. Now they're up 3. Well, guess what? Game ain't over yet. There's Andre the Giant below the Emil right here. Oh, I'm sorry, Type 4 Heavy. Andre the Giant does get down below him. Yeah, this guy's toast. That was the guy. The Type 4 Heavy, I literally crushed him. Kronwagen killed him. Oh no, he killed the Centurion AVRE. It's Browny who killed the Type 4 Heavy. The guy I beat the hell out of at the beginning of the match when he was in the canyon. So now, from 3 to 6, it's 3 to 4, and we're rolling. The Type 4 Heavy was basically not able to do much after the beating he got. And, you know, Browny finally, you know, ended his misery. So now let's go see, where's our Kronwagen? There, this is Andre the Giant. That's the guy that killed me. He's got something good coming for him. Kronwagen. He's like the super Emil. This dude making progress. 3 kills already. Now that artillery has no chance against him. He's praying for a miracle, to be honest. But the Kronwagen is way too good for him. That guy is in the depression. He's not a threat. Just thought I'd let you know about that. Yeah, I saw this part. Big mistake, Sonny. Probably didn't make a lot of difference, but I watched that in the game. That was fantastic. Now it's 2 to 3. Goodbye, VK. Say goodnight. He's an autoloader. The Kronwagen is going to murder this guy. He's dead, Jim. Andre the Giant is making his move. Guess what, Sonny? He's an autoloader, and you're auto dead. A magnificent kill by Browny on a tier 10 Andre. Absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, this guy's toast. It's a tier 8 American artillery. I didn't like it in year 1 when I had it. And as soon as I finished it, I got rid of it. And victory is complete. As you can see, the unlikeliest of unlikely. As a tier 8, Browny and his 3 kills, including the crush of Andre the Giant, was magnificent with almost 4,000 damage. You just don't see tier 8 heavy tanks taking MVPs in tier 10 matches very often. Fallschirmjäger, the Kronwagen, man, that guy was awesome with 6 kills. He was just absolutely awesome. The Conqueror, Gas Man, also excellent. So this is my end of game screen. I have others to show you. So, I had a good match early because I was doing my damage to those 3 guys that were in the canyon. That's the 2100 plus, as well as the 1200 assistance damage that I was, handing out to those guys. Setting up that Type 4 heavy, I had a huge hand in getting that guy killed, as well as those other heavy tanks down there. So my team was able to take what I did and cash in on it, which was fantastic. My medals weren't anything great, nothing spectacular. A bruiser in the second class, like whatever, dude. But when you're tier 8 artillery, there's not a lot you can do, but you can help your team, and that's exactly what I did. This is the end of game screen for the Kronwagen, which was Fallschirmjäger. That guy had a magnificent, and I mean monster game. But he was a tier 10, top dog, and he played like it. He was just absolutely fantastic with 6 kills, 6,400 damage, a monster result. I sent him a message, and congratulating him on a fine game because it was fine. He said he was shocked at that. He didn't know why Browny was number 1. I told him it's because he's a tier 8 and 2 tiers below him, and so he gets a bonus as I did for being a tier 8 artillery. So I finished ahead of the tier 10 artillery because what I did was more difficult for a tier 8 than what the tier 10 did as a tier 10. Although the tier 10's artillery had a terrific performance of over 3,000 damage. But as tier 8s, we're 2 tiers below the top guys, so we get a bonus. And what we did with the bonus puts us ahead. I finished ahead of the other artillery. Browny finished ahead of everyone. I mean, I didn't think he was going to finish. I told him I didn't think he was going to be MVP. I thought he'd be number 2. But I knew this. I was watching this guy in the Kronwagen just tear people up over there, which you saw at the end. So I thought, yeah, he was MVP. But apparently, Browny did enough, man. He was just awesome over there by the base. Crushed Andre the Giant. Just an absolutely magnificent performance. Now I'm going to show you the medals this guy got. Okay. These are the medals he got for his 6-kill performance. He got the Kronwagen Mastery. My wager is he probably already had it. Okay, this guy was awesome. You saw it. But he did get a cool medal, which was the Pascucci's medal for killing 2 artilleries. Which that's a good fun medal to get. Very nice. The rest of these are pretty basic, really. He got a bruiser. I'm sorry, the maroon and gray is the fire for effect, do more damage than your hit points. He got the bruiser, which is the brass knuckles. He got the top gun for killing 6 guys, which is the sword with the gold wreath. You got the duelist, which is the tank with the 2 swords behind it for killing 2 guys that cause damage to him. He got the I think that's a high caliber as the top damage dealer in the game, which he was. He also got the Hand of God, take damage and survive from 4 different guys. An absolutely magnificent performance, to say the least. Topped only by the one and only Browny. Here we have Browny's end of game screen. With 3 kills, 3,900 damage, 240 plus assistance damage, over 4,000 total, 34 direct hits. That Emil autoloader was just outstanding. 370,000 silver and 6,800 commander. A great score. Now, let's go look at his medals. All right. He did get a first class mastery badge, but not the mastery badge. Man, I don't know. I don't know what you have to do to get it, but it must be just through the roof numbers. You know, that's also a sniper medal that you see, which is really cool. He did a great job, as you saw, with 34 direct hits. So that was super awesome as well. So here is the final standings. Browny number 1. Fallschirmjäger, the Kranwagen. Number 2, a magnificent score, 6 kills, 6,400 damage. The Conqueror, that guy was awesome as well, with 3 kills, 2,100 damage, a tier 9. I did okay getting number 4 in my equalizer, but I was afraid that, you know, we were in bad shape after I got killed because I had more damage than I needed to do, and luckily we survived it. You know, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6 was our tier 10 French artillery. Another outstanding performance, 3,000 damage with 1 kill. You know, the only thing that was bad about it, bad quote unquote, was that it's a tier 10. So the numbers aren't as impressive relative to what I did, but it was a terrific performance. Anyone can tell you that when you at artilleries doing 2,000 and 3,000 damage respectively, your team has a good chance of winning, which is what we had, even though we got down, but our guys hung in there. Fallschirmjäger and Browny, those guys hung in there, killing 9 guys between them. Just absolutely fantastic stuff. So, like I said, it's a masterpiece. Actually, it's a couple of masterpieces by both the Emil and the Kranwagen. Each one of those was just absolutely fantastic, but we had to have both to win, and that's just crazy. So I hope you enjoyed this game. It was just an unbelievable adrenaline rush to play it and come up with the victory because it looked bad. So please leave a like for this video. That'll help spread it around. If you haven't subscribed by now, please consider subscribing because this is the kind of excellence that I love to post. These guys were fantastic. And it was just an outstanding honor to be on their team. Please tell your friends. Maybe they'll like and subscribe themselves. So I hope to see you guys in the future videos. Thanks again for watching. It was really awesome, wasn't it?